Hi my lovelies, let's create this beautiful granny square with me with the 6mm hook. I have created this in black. I'm going to create in color sea green. Well, it seems like blue, but it's actually sea green color. And by that, let's start by making a magic ring. And after that, chaining 2, 1 and 2. Considering this our first chain, we are going to create 2 double crochets. This is our second. I'm going to create another one. And after that, I'm going to create 2 chains to create a nice edge to that corner. And again, after chaining 2, 3 double crochets in the same ring. I have it here. You can see I'm using it from my straightener as not to burn my furniture. You can see the marks over it. So let's grab some more yarn and continue to our work. 1, chaining 2 for our next edge. We have made 1. This is second edge, and this is going to be our third side of the square. The same, after chaining 2, we are going to create 3 double crochets. And after that, I'm going to chain 2. This is 1, 2 for the corner. And again, we are going to create 3 more, and this is going to be our last double crochets of this row. So now after chaining 2, we are going to connect to our first chain that we have created by a slip stitch. Let's connect it to secure it tight, and I'll show you how does it look like from the row 1. And here we have made our slip stitch and pull through that yarn, that loose end, to create that beautiful magic ring into a beautiful square. Let me show you how does it look like. Look how beautiful and cute does it look. I'm going to create 2 more rows, and if you want, you can create as many as you want. And look, I have 3 in each side. So we are going to create for our second row, chaining 2 to create our next row number 2 basically. And considering this our first chain, let's create in each chain that we have made in this side a single double crochet, just like that. And now coming to our last corner, our first corner, and I'm going to make 2 double crochets in the same corner. This is first and this is our second, and chaining 2 to create that beautiful corner again, and then making 2 double crochets in the same corner, and I'll show you how does it look like. See? Now just make sure that the next chain through this last chain that we have made, that is always peeking through, don't forget that, and make our, as usual, single double crochets in each chain. Which brings us to our next corner, making 2 double crochets in the last corner. This is our first, second, then chaining 2, 1, 2 to create a beautiful corner. Then again in the same space we are going to create 2 double crochets. Just make sure you don't forget the next chain, like here, making our double crochets in the next chain, double crochet in the next, and in the following. So the increase is going to be in the corners only. 2 double crochets in the corner, then chain 2, and in the same place we are going to create 2 more to create the beautiful corner, and the pattern repeats. Okay, so again I'm reminding you guys, please don't forget this last area. We are going to create 4 in them, and the first chain next to our increase chains always get hidden behind those chains, so please don't forget that. Just move them a little bit so you can have a better look at it. So double crocheting in that and in the next. So basically in each single stitch we are going to create our double crochets, and always increasing in the last. So here we are, chaining 2 and making our last increase. And by slip stitch connecting to the first chain and secure it. So here our row second is finished. So let me show you how does it look like so far. Just pull tight. So that it comes all together. And again chaining 2, making in each stitch double crochets until we reach our last corner, making 2 double crochets, and then chaining 2, then making 2 double crochets in the same corner, and moving on, making in each chain single double crochet. Just like that. So here we have 2. We are approaching to our first corner of this row. So making 2 double crochets in the corner. This is our first, then second, then chaining 2, making our double crochets again in the same corner. So that is how our increment will take place in each single row. just move this a little to see through our next chain, just like that, moving forward, making single double crochets in each. Look how beautiful does this corner look like. It's super easy, super calming. You can all do it. So this is a basic one. You can create it as your base for your mugs, and as I've created for my straighteners, you can use it for that. You can use it for many different purposes. And with the same pattern, you can create pentagons, hexagons, whichever shape you require. The pattern is going to be the same. You just have to adjust in the start of the making our edges. I'll show you in the next video to make simple and basic crocheting. If you are a beginner, this is a great start. Just moving through a little to see a better look at it. Never forget the first chain to our increment that always hides behind those chains, and continuing to create double crochets in each single chain. And we are approaching to our next corner. See how easy is that? So repeating that process of double crocheting in the corner and chaining 2. Continue that process of making in the same space 2 more double crochets to give it a nice corner look, and then continuing to our next following chains by making single double crochets in each chain. Just move a little to have a better look at it. See? So this is also coming to our end. I'm going to create only 3 rows. If you want to create more, you can create and go on more. The pattern stays the same. The increment only takes place in the corners. And this is our last corner, making double crochets in the each. By chaining 2. Creating a beautiful corner. See how beautiful does that look? So coming to our last state where we have started, never forget those chains that we have come through, because as we grow our chains, our starting chain will become to the center of our square. So just making single double crocheting in those and slip stitching to the first chain that we have created. And here we are. See how easy that is? See? So that's the final look. Let me know in the comments below how does that look. I have created 3 rows. In this one I have created 5-6 rows and making a beautiful corner to that with another color. If you wish, you can do that. And here we are. We can just sew them in all those loose ends. So that's our final look. Let me know in the comments below how does it look and how do you feel like. And if you wish to see more videos, something similar, I can create as many as you want. So see you in the next video. Bye.